The first part in healing is forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself. Did you hear that? A lot of people don't realize that that is the first part in healing. Other people may forgive you. If you hurt somebody, you could still be tormenting yourself even while they already forgave you. And that brings you no healing. God understands your pain. Creator understands every single thing that you are going through in life. Once you ask for forgiveness, once you show that remorse, the vibration around your energy touches our Creator. And our Creator understands that you have a heart of remorse. God reads the tablet of our heart. It's when we acknowledge what we did wrong, we ask for forgiveness from the person that we hurt or the people that we've hurt. And then we also ask God to help us keep our feet strong, keep our legs sturdy, and not to repeat the mistake again. We aren't perfect people. And I say that all the time because a lot of us don't understand that we are here to make mistakes. Sometimes we repeat the mistakes that have been done to us. If we're raised in a family that was dysfunctional, sometimes we repeat those actions upon other people, upon ourselves. Alcoholism, drug addiction. We even repeat the actions that have been done to us. For instance, if you're raised with a parent that is an alcoholic, it could be that you start to do the same type of behavior to yourself. If you were raised with a parent that yells and screams and hollers, it could be that that's your first go-to when you are in a discussion with somebody. We are all products of our environment. And sometimes we are going to act out like that environment. Today's message is understanding that you have to forgive yourself first before any healing starts. A lot of the times when we do something wrong to people and we acknowledge that it was wrong and we say, oh my gosh, that was horrible. Why did I do that? And we take it to God and we ask God for forgiveness. God reads the tablet of our heart. And when God feels that vibrational remorse, God knows that you have learned your lesson. A lot of the times, we don't allow that forgiveness to take hold until the person that we hurt acknowledges that you are looking for some type of forgiveness. Sometimes people will forgive us and we just keep on beating ourselves up. We don't allow that forgiveness to take hold, to root, and to grow into something called a lesson learned. And then there's times where people don't forgive us. We've done something to them, they're very hurt, and they're angry. And you know what? They are entitled to that anger. And if they never get over the anger, then they have to live with that themselves. Because you have been forgiven from your Creator. That person can go out and tell the world what you did. They may want to yell and holler and scream and kick up their feet and say, look what has been done to them. But once God has forgiven you, and once you have forgiven yourself and you have said your apology to that person, if they don't accept your apology, then they will eventually have to deal with it and be healed on their own. Sometimes the greatest form of forgiving somebody is understanding that they are not all bad. They did something to you that made you feel horrible. But then when we start to understand that it was also done to them, they perpetuated the problem. That's when we get to a point in life where we have to say, wow, no human being is perfect. Wow, what happened to them to make them do that to me? Forgiving yourself is one of the most powerful forms of healing. It's unfortunate, but a lot of us have hurt people in life. A lot of us have done things that we wish we could take back. We feel horrible for saying something mean, for doing something awful. And then we say, oh my gosh, I wish I could take that action back. And we say to the person, I'm sorry. But the person does not forgive us. That is their opportunity to do the most beautiful act to themselves, because forgiving you is not actually forgiving you. It is showing the universe that they are capable of experiencing pain and releasing it for healing, as opposed to holding on to it to perpetuate the pain. And by forgiving you, they're letting the universe know, they're showing God that they understand they're not perfect, and that they too may one day hurt somebody. The hurt may be in a different way, but they too may say something to somebody, do something to somebody that will make someone else hurt just as much as they hurt from the actions that was imposed upon them. Forgiving yourself is the key to healing. Even if you don't have the opportunity to tell the person who you hurt that you're sorry, because either A, they won't allow you to, B, maybe they've already passed on, C, maybe they just blocked you and they don't want to have anything to do with you, and you don't have the ability to say sorry to them. So they don't know what is in your heart, the apology that you wanted to give to them. Don't ever roll in dirt over that. Yes, you may lose a little sleep over it, but eventually you will get to a point through prayer and through self-love and through change. You will get to a point where you will forgive yourself. God forgives you. God knows that you live on this earth where there is birth, there's life, and there's death. There's the beginning, the middle, and the end. Through it all, we learn and we grow. And some of us, we repeat the bad that was done to us. Some of us repeat the bad that was in our childhood, and we repeat it to ourselves. Whether it is an addiction to a substance, maybe even depression, maybe even just feeling like you want to eat all the time, gluttony. There's so many things that us humans in life do to ourselves without finding the balance with the spirituality, and it harms us. If you do something wrong to someone, apologize promptly. Say sorry from your heart. And then you have to take it to God. Take it to the altar. Talk to God about it. God will read the tablet of your heart. God will sense the beautiful energy around you, and God will forgive you. It's like we're all children, you know? It's like when you do something wrong to your parent, and then you go to your parent and you're like, Mommy, Daddy, I'm so sorry. A parent will usually say, don't do it again. They will ground you. There'll be some punishment. And trust me, there's something called karma in life, even when we're adults, and it comes back. But the karma comes back when we continue to do the same action, expecting a different outcome. So don't perpetuate the pain that has been done to you over and over and doing it to everyone else. Prevent that by bettering yourself, reading a book, doing something better for yourself each day. Learn a word each day. It doesn't have to be a spiritual word. It could just be a word that helps your vocabulary grow. It could be a word that you can talk about in conversation with people. Start learning stuff about politics, religion, the past, history, the future. the cosmos. Start putting yourself in a position of personal growth so you can get past the personal pain. Most times when people are negative, people are depressed, people are sorrowful, it's because of the experiences in their life, what they've been through, what they're going through, what they're afraid to go through in the future. It takes a toll on a human being's brain. And this is where we have to find peace within ourselves, peace within our soul. This is when we have to say, hey, I'm worth more than depression. I'm worth more than gluttony. I'm worth more than overdoing a lot of substances. And then forgive yourself. After you realize what your worth is, stop beating up on yourself. You are worthy of forgiveness. You are worthy of love. You are not a person to be perfect here. Nothing is perfect on earth. Everything that you see is going to change one day. Whether it's a chair, whether it's a cell phone, everything has improvement as it goes along. Even yourself. Do your best in life to be the best you can be. If you've done something wrong, try your hardest to understand that it's something that's in the past, and don't perpetuate it and continue it in the present, so it will not be a part of your future. Remember, you are worthy of God's love, and you are worthy of forgiveness. You are also responsible for your apologies. Take individual responsibility for your actions and give a prompt apology. And if you're not apologizing because you know that the person's not going to hear your apology, or they just couldn't care less, then at least apologize in spirit. Their spirit will feel it. Their spirit will heal. Their spirit will hear it. Whether they have a dream about you, or whether they have a good feeling about you, or whether they get to a point where they start to realize, yeah, you know what? I can see that this person is a good person and they really, didn't mean to do that. For the pain to end, you have to end it. To end it, you have to forgive yourself and move forward. Thank you for joining me. I'm Cerise. This is the Fifth Dimension.